So you're finally ready to put a red dot on your pistol. Perfect. You know the footprint of the pistol. You know the footprint of the optic you need to order. So you order the optic and you wait. The optic comes in. Looks great. 2 screws out, 2 screws in, piece of cake. But it doesn't fit. Now what? Stay tuned. We'll show you what we did. Hello and welcome to our very first video here on YouTube. I'm Tricky Rick and the video series is called My Gun Adventures. Be sure to stick around to the end because we'll have a little something special for you and I'm pretty sure you won't be expecting that. So, the problem, you want to put a red dot or a green dot on your pistol. So you order to fit the pistol, but it doesn't fit the pistol. I never really expected this myself because I just assumed that this cut matches this cut and they fit. Not so much the case. So anyway, here's the problem. Here we have my Tisas 1911 double stack duty pistol that I purchased back in April of 2025. Tisas chose to go with an RMSc or a shield optic cut on the slide, and this really limited choices in choosing an optic. Eventually, I decided to go with an inexpensive green dot from Ohhunt. Why Ohhunt? Why a green dot? Beans, my friend, beans. I was not going to install a 200 or 300 bean optic on a 500 bean gun. Seems a little silly to me, and I can see a green dot much better than a red dot. As you can see, the Ohhunt manual shows the length of the optic to be 1.61 inches, while the length of the slide cut on the Tisas measures 1.59 inches. Now 0.02 inches, that's not a lot, but it is enough to keep the optic from fitting on the slide. So on May 14th, 2025, I contacted both Tisas and Ohhunt. Now, as of the release date of this video, I have yet to get a reply from Tisas. Ohhunt, on the other hand, replied in less than a week. Their service department said,
"Hi, the suggestion is to grind the lower front of the inner red dot sight to be compatible with your slider. Regards."
Now, though this thought had obviously crossed my mind, the thought of actually doing it kind of scared me a little. So I enlisted the assistance of my youngest son, Jarrad, and we went to work. Here's what we did. Okay, step number 1, we're going to have to tape up the green dot or red dot or whatever you happen to have been blessed with purchasing. We want to be sure that we do not put tape over the area that we need to file. Nice little window there. Wrap around. Back around this side. And we should be pretty close to ready. My son Jarrad has so nicely volunteered to take on this endeavor with me or for me, however you want to look at it. So he's doing some more taping. I know this is exciting.
Oh wow,
It's so close. The measurement on that, the length of it is 1.61. And when I mic'd the slide opening on the Tisas, it was 1.59. Between 1.59 and 1.6. So it shouldn't take much.
no, and the flat area of your slide, it's not a straight cut in.
Right.
It's angled like that.
Yes.
So we should be able to get away with taking off just more of the bottom than the actual flat.
Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking too. Jarrad brought with him a handy dandy set of needle files. So we're doing this by hand, not by machine. Because we can mess up enough slowly instead of quickly. And this is by trial and error. So. Hope everyone has their fingers crossed.
I'm trying to make sure that as I file this, I'm filing this in a crosshatch pattern so I don't put any deep grooves in the aluminum, so it's able to be sealed after we're done.
All right, let's go for our first test fit now. See how this is going to work out. You still have the tape on there, bud.
Yeah, I'm not close enough for the tape to matter right now, though. I thought I would be.
Okay. Not quite.
Still need more and higher.
Okie dokie. Back to filing. Okay. Test fit number 2.
Getting much closer.
All right.
Back to filing. All right.
Test fit number 17. Fingers crossed.
All right.
Yes, sir. Everything's lined up. It's nice and tight.
Nice and tight, right where we want to be.
Very cool.
We're clipped into all of our setting feet.
Now let's just be sure the screw holes line up.
Screw holes are all lined up.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
I'll take this off and then finally sand all the areas that I filed with a fine grit sandpaper, so there's no potential rough edges that could scratch the anodizing on the gun.
Okay, so here is the rig that Jarrad came up with to cut 5/100ths of an inch off of this screw. So let's see just how good he is.
I don't sling the screw across the garage floor.
Can't see anything.
Well,
You need more light. Okay, what Jarrad has decided is that 3/100ths off is perfect. So I'm going to the second screw now, and we'll use the first screw as a pattern. And hopefully we're almost done with this puppy. Okay, need a teeny bit more. So we're going to take, what did we end up taking off? Like 4/1000ths?
yeah,
No, 2/1000ths.
and we need roughly 2 more.
Okay. Not thousandths, hundredths, sorry. Okay, screws are happening. Time to put this puppy back together. Like I said before, we got to put a little dot of Loctite on each of these screws because we ran them in and out, in and out, in and out, giving them their test. So we'll do that, put them back together. There we go. But dippity-do, a little dab will do you. Just on the bottom. And I've also learned, I don't know from experience, but I have learned that if you're using wet Loctite and you wet lock them down on the slide and the sights, you need to wait 24 hours before you shoot it to give that Loctite a chance to set in and harden up and lock those threads in. And be sure you use blue, don't use red, unless you never ever want to get it back off. So Jarrad's going to put them back in, snug them down. We'll pull the tape, show you how it looks, and then we'll put this 1911 double stack Tisas back together. And there you have it, sports fans, ready for our later upcoming video at the range to zero this puppy in. Thank you all so much for joining us on our very first video here on YouTube. If you enjoyed it, please consider clicking the like and subscribe button. It would really help us out tremendously. So, as promised, the little something extra you weren't expecting to see on a gun video. Do love me some banjo. So, remember to click the like and subscribe. And until next time. But crap. Can we do that again?
No way, dude. Arnold wiped out the budget.
This has been a Tricky Rick production. You'll be back.